2,985 pounds, nice little 16 BHS Wolf Pup. One owner here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Nice little family starter camper. Also includes a bunch of little aftermarket upgrades and then one large one, and that is a full RV cover that the previous owners were using. So not only has it been well kept, but there's a bunch of little things added through it that we'll point out as we go that I think will just enhance your day-to-day camping use and enjoyment. Overall appears very well kept by the previous owners. We've got a Bluetooth DVD stereo over there. Previous owners did add a TV. That was an aftermarket thing. They did keep it for their own use in their next camper that they purchased, but they were kind enough to leave behind a really large, nice piece of articulating swing-out TV hardware. So if you do choose to add one, it'll be easier than ever to do so. Now this is right on the cusp of when these Wolf Pups really started to get it together very sharply. Previous owners, though, were right on top of it. Like, they've replaced pretty much all, there's one or two incandescent bulbs left that weren't frequently used, but most of the lights have been replaced with LEDs by the previous owners. The bed, you can see the handle right under that bed. There are gas struts that does easy lift to get to the storage below it. You can also see that handy headboard on the left side there for the bed and those cross breeze windows. The headboard's nice, especially with that power outlet. Whether you're looking for a place to set down a phone charger or maybe, a heated blanket pad, someplace to plug one of those in, you've got a great little spot to do little stuff like that. Over here around the corner, this is what I was talking about. They really chose nicely on this TV hardware because you notice it not only swings out, but it can also pivot down for easy viewing. And they have this thing large enough that it'll swing out if you want to be able to view it from the bunks, the dinette, the bed, maybe even the toilet. You could do some toilet TV watching here. Now over here in the kitchen, on the far side nearest the bathroom, you can see we've got a nice amount of pantry space. Below that is your furnace and your converter panel, which if you're not familiar with campers at home, that's what you call like your fuse box. The countertops, and whether it's the counter or the table, they're all a pressed membrane, a sealed edge counter material. It's just one of those nicer things, a little more water resistant, and you'll also have your like coax TV hookups and easy reach appliance outlets here, with more appliance outlets just on the other side of that window. Now I mentioned there's a bunch of little things the previous owners added, like they added the little sink cover here, the swing out TV hardware. One of the things I also noticed that they added was a handy drawer in here, which is perfect for your silverwares and whatnot. So that's an aftermarket thing they put in. But they really made everything mesh very nicely. It looks like they also upgraded the bathroom door handle there, maybe to be a little more kid-friendly. Now, up top in that upper bunk, you can see that full RV cover left behind by the previous owners. And that is a very positive sign, because that means that, you know, this is well kept. They were willing to invest money into their camper and not only take money from their camper. And they also weren't scavengers. They left stuff like that behind instead of like trying to flip it for $100 off Craigslist. A little dinette here. This is like mostly going to be a 2 adult seating space, although you could seat an adult and a little on each side if you were so interested. The remember, table here is fully free floating. Because we have that nice elliptical base down there, which is something they actually don't do in the Wolf Pups today. It was done for only a year or two, as you can see here. That allows the table to fold down into a sleeper. Also allows the table to go outside for picnic time, which is handy. And you might also notice this is completely carpetless, easy cleaning, and there are no heat vents in the floor as well. Back here in the bathroom, handy little foot flush stool in a dry bath, meaning the toilet's not in the shower. And it might seem funny that the previous owners added a toilet paper roll up here, but it kind of makes sense if you think about it, so that the toilet paper would not be down here at knee level, and my camera decided to absolutely lose its mind for a second, but I think you kind of get the idea. When I point at like light on light kind of things, it goes bananas. There we go. Sometimes it gets ADHD and loses focus. Hey. Now over here, finish up the interior real quick. We do have handy little corner tub shower combo with a power vent fan above to get all that extra humidity and heat out of the camper. Likely due to the fact that it was stored under the cover, the exterior here is just in excellent shape. There's no signs of oxidation from the sun, skin fade, decal peeling, or anything like that. We do have a simple side mount solar prep plug up here. We have a very large storage cavity under that bed in which you could store those solar panels or chairs or tables or just about anything. And remember, you can access that from inside by lifting the bed if cargo does happen to shift. Another of those little things the previous owner added on is the propane tank cover there. Once again, just to help keep that from getting all cruddy and gummed up while you're in transit. This is a 7-foot wide camper, so it's narrow body, easy towing, less headwind, easier to see around, although I always recommend you get towing safety mirrors regardless of your tow vehicle, of course, you know, unless it of course has factory towing mirror type packages like a big truck. But often people towing one of these don't have those features available. Not always, but often. The 4-corner stabilizer jacks. That's another thing I like to point out here, because sometimes in this smaller class and category, you'll find only rear jacks on things, where manufacturers trying to cut every little corner and dollar and cent that they possibly can. You'll see that was not the case here. Now in the back here, we have the S part of the BHS. A lot of times people will say, well, where's the slide if it says S? Well, no, BHS means bunkhouse with storage. That's what this means right here. Now this does have a deadbolt lock, just like your main entry door. This is actually literally just a smaller version of the primary entry door of the camper, so you can make sure you have full campsite security here. And you can see you've got a nice storage bank below. Obviously we have our bunk here, but you see this little strap hanging down. You flip this bed up and you can actually strap it up against the wall and create yourself this very nice large cargo cavity. So maybe smaller bikes for the kids, grills, more chairs. The fact is, you'll always find something to do with cargo space. Now it looks like, is that a scuff? Yep, there's one tiny little scuff right there. Alright, so there it is. We always knew it was too good to be true. There it is. If I'm not being fair, I don't know what it is. I found the one little bump on this entire thing. That is absolutely nothing to be worried about though. If you look up above the bathroom, you can see that Camco vent cover up there. That's a really handy thing on a day like today where it's kind of just raining off and on. You want to keep that air flowing so that you always get that fresh breeze rolling through the camper. It never gets stagnant. You never have any sort of pooling of humidity, because that can quickly cause a lot of problems. And looks like this one was built those sharp-looking aluminum wheels. Also has tire pressure indicator caps on those valve stems, so that at a glance, if that changes from green to red, you know you need to put some air in the tires. Now, the previous owners, remember, they put in their own big TV bracket, but if you are so inclined, there is a little outside TV bracket location here as well, so that you can enjoy some sort of indoor-outdoor entertainment functionality. And the insert bracket that goes with that is actually still in the camper. It's in the cabinets under the kitchen countertop. Again, these folks were very good about cataloging and keeping things, not throwing things away. So, if this looks like a winner for you guys, give us a call. Used ones like this don't typically last long. So, whether it's hitching pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between, we do it all at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.